Investors are encouraged by corporate reports from the US companies. Wall Street is trading firmly higher. Optimism across stock markets is also propelled by pledges from Fed's officials on unlimited bond buying to ensure market liquidity. U.S. corporate financial reports revealed lower earnings. Nevertheless, actual figures are not as dismal as expected. Investors cheered upbeat earnings of Pepsi as they are braced for a sharp drop in profits for all companies included in the S&P 500 in the second quarter since the latest financial crisis. Futures on the S&P 500 gained 0.7% in the evening trade, testing the level of 3,200.88. There is a faint hope that the index will be able to hold firmly above the May's highs. As of now, it's 6% lower than the strongest levels of February. At the same time, both the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones have soared over 40% since their record slump on March 23rd. Today, the Dow Jones rose 0.7% to trade at 26,154.5. Earlier, the US dollar slipped versus most major currencies. Today, its index is also trading in the red at near 96.50. The new week is loaded with macroeconomic reports. Nevertheless, investors are keeping close tabs on the pandemic front and countermeasures from the US authorities. If the coronavirus situation in the US remains worrisome, this will boost demand for the Swiss franc and the euro. The thing is that the Federal Reserve and the US government still pump up the domestic economy with dollar liquidity, thus reducing the greenback's value. Nevertheless, the US dollar's fall is softened by its safe haven features. It would be a good idea to watch the level of 95.70. As long as the US dollar's index is trading above this level, the bulls are going to set the tone. WTI is halting its decline in the New York trade. It briefly climbed above the level of $40 a barrel. The North American benchmark is unable to fix at this level and sustain a rally. The headwinds include growth in the US oil inventories, OPEC plans on easing production cuts, and the fact that China's oil stocks are about to be replenished in full. Analysts share the bearish outlook for commodity currencies. On Friday, the Canadian dollar was trading under pressure. The unemployment rate in Canada improved worse than expected. Today, the loonie is taking advantage of the greenback's weakness. As a result, the US dollar versus the loonie pair inched down with prospects for a further downtrend. The target level is seen at 1.3490. The scenario of the pair's bounce to 1.3685 is not ruled out either. Traders speculating on the loonie are anticipating the policy meeting of the Bank of Canada later this week. The stance of the Canadian regulator is similar to the one of the ECB. The infection rates are steadily going down, and analysts find out the green shoots of recovery. At the same time, the southern border is still locked, thus derailing the economic activity. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and see you back tomorrow.